All right. It's been a rough day. It's been a rough week. It's been a rough day. It's been a rough night. I have died way too many times trying to play Risk of Rain. And I am over it. I've tried recording 3 times. And each time I just wasn't happy with it. So I just deleted it, scrapped it. We're going to move on. We're going to do something else. And then I come back. And then I would do the same thing again. So I told myself this time, this will be the one. However it goes, it goes. You know, if we lose, that's just the game. You know, we're not gonna bring ourselves down. I am going to play on easy. I'm gonna play on drizzle because I am incredibly done. I just want to hang out. I just want to chill. I just want to relax. And I just want to play some games. That's all I want to do. That's all I'm going to ask for. Period. End of question. This is recorded before it's uploaded. We're not streaming right now, so y'all can't say nothing. But yeah, so the first time I played this game, the first time that I played and recorded this game tonight, I was just like, you know, we'll get in. Well, I'm feeling good after last video. Even though it had been a couple of days since I actually even touched this game, let alone recorded something. But I was like, you know what, we'll be fine. It'll be just like riding a bike. It indeed was not fine. So then I decided to put on the Artifact of Command, because I was like, well, okay, because I just wasn't getting the items that I needed, you know? So I was like, I'll just put on Artifact of Command, it'll be fine. It still was not fine. And then I played a run just now, actually. A couple of minutes ago, I actually finished it. And it just wasn't a good run. I had some pretty decent items, but I got to Mithrix, and Mithrix did that attack where he jumped up and he like slams back down, and there's that big wave that goes out, you know, like that big like boom, 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 that goes out. He did that attack, and I heard it, and I didn't even process what was going on, and then he came down and slammed down right on top of me, and I immediately died. And I was a little upset with myself. So I stopped, I took a break, played with the puppy dog a little bit, I played some guitar, I'm relaxing. I don't know, I just feel so, like, stressed right now. I don't know what's going on. I've never really been good with, like, dealing with stress. Like, growing up, it was always like, oh, like, you're a man, like, don't talk about how you're feeling, just suck it up. Like, it's part of being a man. It's not a healthy way to live, I should say. But it is really difficult to, like, now, like, I'm in my mid-20s, and I'm trying to learn how to deal with stress. I'm trying to learn how to deal with things like anxiety, you know? There is a fair amount of anxiety that comes with living in the world that we live in, where, you know, you can go, you go online, you know, you pick up your phone, and you're immediately shown things that you're gonna compare yourself to, that we compare ourselves to all the time. I mean, it's very, very unhealthy, and it's very difficult to deal with it, and it's hard to be like an adult and learn how to deal with it. In the words of Kendrick Lamar, we gonna be all right. What I am gonna say is, where the hell is the teleporter right now? Can I get a little? Did I just run by the teleporter on my little round, and I didn't even notice? I most certainly did, because I see particle effects over there. There's no right or wrong answer to this question, and I really like it. It took me by surprise the first time I was asked it. So in my first year of college, I was in History 131, which at my university is United States history, essentially from its, like, colonial founding to through the Civil War. This History 131, we were hanging out. Actually, it was a midterm. The next question, though, was the American War for Independence a revolutionary war, Or was it a civil war? And he just, my professor, I love him to death, and he's just the sweetest old guy, dude. I love him. He's the professor for American history, in the college, and he just kind of dropped that like bombshell of a question on us. Let's do this. I want to start building up these a little bit. Start doing a little more damage. I like a little bit of easy mode. But yeah, let me pull my chair up. I feel like I'm like hunchbacked over here. I had a really brutal week, I would say. And it wasn't that like, my job is not hard by any means. I do not have a hard job, and I'm very aware of that. But it's very mentally taxing. And it's a lot of, so I like, here for example, like I work in food service, and anybody who has ever worked in food service knows that it is like you're all over the place. You're doing so much all at the same time, and you're multitasking, that it is very like it takes a lot of brain power. I feel like I haven't been able to like get on my feet, you know, if you know what I'm saying. But I found myself every time I would find myself kind of feeling bad, I would think about the past, because I mean that's what I like to do. I like to think about the past. I like to think about where I've come from, like, and in a sense, in the same sense, I like to think about where I'm going. And something that has been really helping me this past week, the last 2 videos that I've uploaded about Risk of Rain, I was not expecting when I uploaded those. I was feeling nostalgic. I just kind of wanted to open OBS, hit record, and just see what happens. I was not expecting anything to come out of those. And it's, oh, nice, we spawned them in. So in case people don't know, there are eggs. There's little like nests on this map, and if you destroy the eggs, you spawn in these guys, and when you kill these guys, they give you a red. In case you didn't know, I like Ceremonial Dagger. See, this is the thing, I really like Ceremonial Dagger, but Pocket ICBM with Shrimp is kind of my favorite build. And I don't know, I'm not built enough for Ceremonial Dagger, so I think I'm gonna get Pocket ICBM. It again, I'm expecting this run to not really stop here, so I'm gonna get the Pocket ICBM, so that way later I can get Ceremonial Dagger. So today was my first day off, and again, like, I'm recording, and I tried to record videos after work, but I was so tired and I was so out of it that I was just, I hit record, and I recorded something, and I recorded a video, a little Risk of Rain run, and I was so like unsatisfied with the quality of the video that I ended up just scrapping it. I was just not happy with it. Oh, there is a little bed. Very nice. I didn't think there was. But I'm actually gonna get this to see what's in it real quick. I think I'm gonna get, hold that thought. I'm gonna see what I'm gonna think about in the back of my mind. I'm gonna think about what to get. And I already know what I'm gonna get. I'm gonna get one of you. Alright, so the last time, man, we're getting a lot of void seeds this run. This is very nice. So on the last run that I failed and then got angry and, well, I didn't get angry, but I got a little disappointed with myself and had to take a break. On that run, I accidentally went and fought Mithrix. And that is not what I want to do right here, right now. I just want to keep it going, you know? See how far we can go. We're just hanging out, we're having fun. We're only 22 minutes into this run. And actually, the teleporter is right here. So what I'm going to do is I am going to shift destination. Alright, this is when the game really starts to kick off. But I really do like being able to choose your items. I think it's a really neat... There's 3 mountains, dude. That's crazy. I think it's really neat and really cool that a roguelike has an option where you can select your items and not solely focus on RNG. I think it's really, really nice. Especially as a new player. Alright. 3 mountains. Let's see what we got. And it's the one. There it is. There it is. I want to see what happens when you stack the Myrdern to the nearest 1 plus 1 stack. So I think I could get... another one of those. But again, I just want people. Just want little guys, you know? Alright. Let's keep it going. Ain't no Mithrix from me. Alright, I think we can do the teleporter. We can just get out of here. So I think I'm ready to just go. Alright. Yeah, that's okay. Dude, I told you we're gonna get another red. There it is. So now I think we're all right. I'm not seeing anything on this map either. I think I just want to kind of go for a teleporter. Let's just go. I'm ready to boogaloo. Oh. Glad I didn't just boogaloo. Otherwise, I'd have missed that mountain. We're just built. We're just built different, dude. Could go through the void portal, but I'm not trying to have that type of night. Cause I don't. If you go to the void portals, you're spending like 25 minutes in there. A lot of good items, but man, I don't think I need any more items. I'm gonna be honest. I think I can just kind of speed run, get to Mithrix, which is, you know what? That's what I'm gonna do. By the way, these little like green little thorn spine looking things, they hurt. All right, here we go. Let's see what this is about. Dang. Cool, cool, cool. We're just hanging out now. These this setup is, this is one of my favorite like builds to do, simply because there comes a point in the game where it's just like easy. This really is just easy mode, and it's very fun. I'm very relaxed, and I'm having a good time. We're playing games, and that's all that matters. But yeah, dude, I am, oh man, I am tired. I am tired. I think after this, I'm gonna make some food, because some food sounds very good. I ate dinner, but now it's time for second dinner. Everybody loves second dinner. Dude, I like the way those guys move. You see him? He's like crab walking. He said, whoa, whoa, whoa. Don't hurt him now. But now we just waiting. What's up? Okay, let's not stand up still. Holy. Dude. Oh my. Man, I stood still and that could have been the run. That could have been the run. But you know what? If that would have killed me, this still was a really good run. Very fun. Very chill. And I know it's not like the way the game is supposed to be played and there's all that stuff to it. But what are you gonna do? It is incredibly fun to play this game this way. And sometimes we just need to do things that are fun. Dude, I'm having way too many close calls right now. I need to smarten up the way I'm playing. Because this is scary. Alright. Mithrix time, baby. 49 minutes in. After going to technically 11 stages, 10 stages. That's not horrible. Not too bad. Not too bad. Right. Let's see what we can do. Why are you all the way over there? Okay. That was a little weird, but sure. Oh, those are my old guys. Ah, we're so close. Sometimes you can break him. You can do enough damage to him to where he doesn't do that. I don't know, like, exactly what happens. The only thing that I've found out, like, it only happens when you do enough damage, like, quickly enough for him to just, like, skip that phase. I don't know what actually goes on, but it's pretty cool when it does happen. Sometimes me and my buddy can, we can get that to happen. And doing this build actually was the first time that I got it to happen. On just, like, with just solo. With just solo. Wow, dude, English. Dang. So yeah, that was a fun build. That was a nice, chill, fun, relaxing. I'm sorry I was so, like, quiet for a lot of it. I don't know how much I'm gonna end up, like, cutting out, simply because, like, I just wasn't talking. But yeah, it's a little less rewarding when you do it with like the artifact of command on, because I just kind of built my character how I wanted it to be. You know, there's no, like, again, there's no chance. So sometimes it's okay to just take a step back and understand that you want it to be nice and chill, relaxed. It's okay to have that every once in a while. I do really enjoy Risk of Rain, but I have been thinking about, like, maybe playing some other games. So I might end up doing that. We'll see. Again, we'll see how the vibes are. We'll see what we're doing. But yeah, again, just thank you so much for watching.